Chincoteague Assateague, or famously a Shetland pony. You're thinking of a little animal that's barrel-shaped with stubby little legs. Pretty much done with this, but welcome to. Stubby little legs and a short, wide neck. A miniature horse conversely is an animal that was intentionally bred down from standard horse stock over many, many generations, with the goal being to get the smallest animal you can get that maintains a proportional relationship between a full-size horse and a miniature horse. So a miniature horse would be like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Changes the size, not the shape or appearance. So that one is 0% dwarf. The other one out there is about 20-25% dwarf. That is a valuable animal. The other one is not. Her name is Tina Turner. If you're looking at their babies in the corner-wise field up there, the light-colored one is Hero because his mom is Tina Turner, and we don't need another hero. We're hoping next year for a girl we'll name her Proud Mary for sure. I'm a little better at singing that. And the other one, the paint-colored pony out there is Valentine. Her baby in the top is Arrow. Hero is a miniature horse. That's a $5,000 animal. Arrow is a pony. That's a $500 animal. Miniature horses are valued according to size. Less than 34 inches at the withers, which is where their mane meets the back. Less than 34 inches is a Class B mini. Less than 32 is a Class A mini. That animal is 31 inches. Less than 28 is called a fancy mini. A fancy mini could also be called a refinance your house mini, because fancy minis can go for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending exactly how small and how proportional they are. The world record for a fancy mini is currently 19 inches tall. So that is a full foot shorter than she at the withers, mane meets the back, and amazingly small animal. Probably took 30 plus generations to get to that. But no dwarfism involved. It's just breeding the smallest animals you can find again and again and again and again and again. And yeah. So, you guys get your pictures with him? You can take group pictures with him too if you want. Somebody else can hold the camera. I've even clicked one once. You want to get a family shot there?
John, they said they were on the 11:30 kangaroos, and I said that was probably with you, correct?
It is with me.
Okay.
What time is it?
11:30.
Oh. Turns out somebody's long-winded again.
I just told him, I said, that's why I said, you'll be all right. I said, it's probably with John.
Yeah.
How long might Liz take that?
Say what? 40 to 50. Your head's behind his head, buddy. I'll swing your mic. There you go. So yeah, 40 to 50, and these two guys are 15. They are utterly codependent. They were born on the same farm a few days apart. If you get them against their will to where one can't see the other, they will tear the place down. And but yeah, they are cute animals. If you are on the camel encounter later today, there is a whole lot more I tell you about camels, but that takes about a half hour. All right, guys, I got one more animal to show you just briefly. Has everyone here hit the hand sanitizer yet? If you did, it's right there, and right there, hit the hand sanitizer if you want to pet this girl. Hey, Don, what's going on? How are you? Look at that one, girl. My goodness, MJ. She has. Yeah, she should be in Sloth.
There's an encounter. No, you're fine.
Someone just said the word radio on the radio.
John, or John, is Jason coming out to do something specific in leaving, or is he looking at me? They also, it's all right now.
Yes, he's here now. He can look at Ace before he leaves. All right, guys, this is Phoebe. Phoebe is the first kangaroo that was ever born here on the farm. She came out of pouch on July 12th. Go for John, but I'm on tour.
I just want to let you know that every time you're not hearing everything, I'm hearing them.
That's strange and curious. Is he down?
Curious, right?
says she's got 15 minutes left, so we'll let her finish that.
All right. They want you to look at Ace too. Yeah.
She got a marker, yeah.
Oh, she's bringing him in right now. All right. All right, this is Phoebe. Phoebe came out of the pouch on July 12th. She weighed 3 pounds and a few ounces when she came out of the pouch. She currently weighs about 10 or 11 pounds. They grow crazy fast. You guys are welcome to pet this little girl if you would like. They're softer than most people would imagine. Yeah. And these guys do eat bottles 3 times a day. If you 1 year older than you, I doubt it, because she's not a year old yet. She is 9.5 months old. She came out of the pouch on July 12th.
9 months, not 9 months.
Yeah, 9 months. Yeah.
They grow fast.
You guys are on the kangaroo encounter right now? Great. All right, we're going to start on that in just a minute here. But that is a baby kangaroo. All these 4 in here are babies. And the baby kangaroo bottle feeding happens at 9:30, 2:30, and 6:30. I do not know if there's any available today, but you're welcome to ask in the farm shop if you like. Hey guys, that is all I got to show you on the farm tour today. So as Porky Pig would say, that's all, folks. But if you have a question, I'm happy to answer you.
Thank you very much.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
This is a baby of a coati. Did she show you a coati?
No.
These guys back here are
Oh, I
coati.
was looking at it, yeah.
And a baby coati, I think, looks kind of like a baby rocket. That's what a baby coati looks like.
My gosh, it's tiny.
We should have another one fairly soon. The female is gray right now. She turns gray before she has a baby.
Oh, really?
And when they're running around, they look like that. Raccoons, yeah. That's a baby one running around in the house.
Oh my god.
Whenever we have a new baby, it rides on my shoulder for about, it stays with its mom for about 5 weeks, and then it rides on my shoulder for about 3 or 4 months until it's time to go be an ambassador for someone else. Dakota, come here. The people didn't get to see you, buddy. Hey, come here. Hey, come here. Silly boy. Come here. You wanna go see people? Come here, Dakota. Oh, good boy. Oh, good boy. Come here. Come here, silly boy. Guys, this one is a looking animal, not a petting animal. This guy likes shiny things and he tries to take them from you. His favorite things are rings and watches and cell phones. I'm trying to teach him what the Rolex symbol looks like, but you know, it's a work in progress. I don't have one, so it makes it a little tricky. But this guy is an arboreal creature meant to live in trees. Long, sharp claws on this dude tell you he likes to dig and he likes to climb. Long, wiggly nose tells you he likes to dig. This guy digs into the ground. He likes to eat worms, bugs, and grubs. He'll eat any kind of lizard or amphibian he can get his hands on. He'll eat any mammal he can catch. He can run up the walls of this building as fast as he can run across the flat floor with the sharp claws like this. He can run up a tree or down a tree as fast as he can run on flat ground because his feet go completely backwards like that. So he head first runs down the tree as fast as he can run up. This guy's favorite things to eat in captivity are hard-boiled eggs, grapes, blueberries. He likes superworms. He likes every kind of fruit and vegetable you can think of. This Guy likes boneless, skinless chicken, breast boiled, not fried. He likes pizza, but he doesn't like Little Caesars. His favorite pizza is Papa John's Meat Lovers Pizza, which makes BB block rubbing off on him. But he doesn't eat the crust so much. He mainly just peels all the toppings off. And this guy was bottle raised in the living room until he was 8 months old. The end of his in-the-house career was when he decided his very favorite thing was to run up to the ceiling and see what he could carry with him that would make the loudest noise when he would drop it. And about the time he went 35 feet up with wedding flutes, that was the end of him living in the house. And so now he lives down here. But if you're watching me on Facebook or TikTok or something, you see an animal ride around on my shoulder, it's him. He comes out and goes on all the field trips and stuff with me. And this guy weighs about 25 pounds. He is a coati. That is a South American Indian word. Do they still use that word in Argentina? Oh, he said Puerto Rico, didn't he? Oh, okay, so you don't really have these in Puerto Rico. I was thinking you said Argentina. But that is a South American Indian word that means nose in belt, because they'll consistently sleep with their tail wrapped around the outside of the ball and their nose like it's stuck in their belt. In Mexico, they call this the coati, which means the lonesome one. The males are all solitary. The females live in groups called bands. If you stick your finger out like that, you won't be able to count to 10 anymore. You'll be stuck at 9. But, which would be a bummer in 2 years since you're 8. But anyhow, this guy, they are just starting to range up into America a little bit. New Mexico, Arizona, just a little bit. They're 10 years behind the armadillos. And but in America, they mainly call this coatis because we're lazy and we shorten the names of everything. But the proper name is, don't tear my shoes up. The proper name of this guy is coati. All right, guys. That really is all I got. All right. Whoop! Come on, Bubba. Didn't realize you guys didn't see that one before I started the tour. Sorry about that. You guys staying here or visiting for the day? Great. Big thing doing this day. Where did you guys come from today? Dalton. Dalton, all right. Kevin is down there, Dalton. You waving at us or you waving at the camera?
I'm waving from Dalton.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you very much. All right, guys, let's go see some kangaroos. We're going to go see the outside kangaroos, and we're a small crowd, so we'll be outside of the fence. I'm small in stature. Kangaroo is taller than people. He thinks he ought to dominate them. But when we don't go inside of their enclosure, we come inside and let the babies hop around with you, so it works out either way. All right, so we're going to go see the big guys first, and then we'll be back inside to see the babies.
I need more arms. I'm like an octopus.
See that? That's a nice setup.
I want to bring them outside first, Kevin.
Yep. Thanks, Grant.
We used to have to go to the one at the Elon exit, and that was a quick one. All right, guys, these are our adult kangaroos. A really good picture you can take if you mock my voice. You can walk up to this guy and you can say, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Good boy." And he will give you a kiss like that. You got to mock my voice and you got to say, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?" And he does not know what "who is a good boy" means. He goes, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?"
Uh-oh, the camel is interested.
Oh. This is as big as they get.
No, not at all.
Okay.
In the wild, that's as big as he would get, but in captivity, they get much, much, much bigger. These are all red kangaroos. The normal family group for red kangaroos is 1 male, 50 females. So if you want to be the 1 male, 49 have got to go. This food here is their snacks. You can take a handful and feed them through the fence if you like. So this guy is the only one that is red right now. That is because he's the male. The redness of the red kangaroo is on them, not in them. So they're underneath their neck right here. That's where their musk glands are primarily focused. The musk comes out through his musk glands and spreads all across his fur. Don't jump, there's a camel behind you. And that's what makes him be red. The females turn this bluish gray color as soon as they leave the pouch. The other reason we're on this side of the fence today, not that side of the fence, this is not your food, boo-boo, is see the way those two are physically red right now? That means he is actively mating with those two kangaroos. And the redness rubs off of him and rubs on them. All right, so the normal family group for red kangaroos is 1 male, 50 females. You can go ahead and leave this guy if you like. The one normal family group for kangaroos is 1 male, 50 females. So if you want to be the 1 male, 49 have got to go. In the wild, a male kangaroo is fortunate to survive 5 years. In captivity, though, they're going to live 20-ish years. And a male kangaroo never stops growing. If it is alive, it is growing, like a tortoise would be. So the maximum size of an adult kangaroo is well over 6 feet tall and over 200 pounds. The world record for an adult male kangaroo is currently 6'7". That is standing on the ground, 6'7". You guys are welcome to give them handfuls of food. They will eat out of your hand. Just stick your hand through the fence. All of them like it. We have both the genetics and the intent to grow a record-sized kangaroo here. The father of our fathered kangaroo, when his father was 8 years old, was 6'2" and 225. The father of all of our female kangaroos just passed due to jumping into a fence and breaking his leg. He was 10 years old when he went. He was 6'4" and 250. Had he survived for 20 years, he would very easily have exceeded the world record. So we do have not only the genetics, but the intent to grow record-sized kangaroos here. The kangaroos are moving machines. An adult male kangaroo can jump a minimum of 20 feet from a standstill. So starting from this wood pole right here, that would be 8, 16. Right to there would be about 20. That is from a standstill. An adult male kangaroo can jump that. On subsequent jumps, they can jump more than double that. So that would be from the wood pole right there, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40 is about where Grant is standing. From the wood pole. There is a YouTube video that appears to show one hitting a 55-foot jump across a river in a single jump. The kangaroos cover 15 and 20 miles per day in the desert to have enough food to eat. That's a pretty amazing feat because I can tell you when I hike the Appalachian Trail for my sons, that to cover 12 and 14 miles per day in just hiking, we need to be eating 5,000 calories per day per person. But a kangaroo only has a caloric budget of about 500 or 600 calories a day. And he is going to move 15 and 20 miles per day in the desert. So that leaves a pretty big question mark in front of us. So the way that it works is a kangaroo walks, you would call him a pentaped, 5-footed. So he goes front feet, tail, front, back, tail, again and again. That's why when you see the pictures of buff kangaroos, they're like, whoa, like this. Because they're walking around like this all day, every day. Their back feet are actually pretty slender, so it doesn't look like those would be the moving machines that they are. But when they go to jumping, you would call them a biped because they jump only on the back feet. And if you look at this kangaroo, look at the back of his leg. You see the tight band going all the way down the back of his leg? And then there's another one coming along the portion of his leg that's sitting on the ground right now. As that guy comes down out of the air, it stretches those tendons in the backs of his legs here and here. And then when he goes forward, whang, it slams that tendon back shut like a spring and flings the kangaroo forward by the force of springs, not by the strength of the muscles. You look at their back legs, they're actually quite slender. It's just the springs that are doing all that work. So Winnie the Pooh disserviced this in two specific ways. First, the pouches do not go like this. It's like an open navel like that. And second, it is not the TI double gers that have bottoms made out of springs. It's the kangaroos that have their bottoms made out of springs, not the tigers. The kangaroo, the female kangaroo maxes out at about 28 miles per hour. The male kangaroo can hit about 45 miles an hour running through the desert. So they are absolutely a uniquely designed moving machine. When they're jumping, they use only their back feet. The front feet are balanced in the back, and the tail works like a pendulum. It does an energy balance like a pendulum, and then they can kick it out to the left if they want to go right, kick it to the right if they want to go left, like a counterbalance. They can turn about 30 degrees mid-air. The kangaroos have very unusual teeth, dentition. Their teeth, the two front teeth, are like rodent teeth, and then the rest of the teeth are what are genuinely unique. So the rest of the teeth, they move forward along the jaw as they wear down. They fall out when they get to the front of the jaw, and they grow new teeth in the back, in the wisdom teeth, what we would call the wisdom teeth position. And then they march forward as they wear down, fall out from the front, grow new ones again in the rear. And they have no limit on how often that can happen. So, sharks, the teeth come up by rows, again and again and again. Kangaroos, they move forward from the back to the front, and then they fall out as they're worn down in the front. The female kangaroos do not get near as big as a male kangaroo. They do not grow for all of their life. They grow to their maximum size and quit. The female kangaroo maxes out around 80 to 110 pounds. None of them out there are that big yet. The male kangaroo in the wild, 140, 150, that's what size that dude is right there. But we expect him to be, approaching record size. But it'll be another 10 years before he gets that. Currently 4 to grow for as long as they're alive. We expect that guy to live to be 20. And he would not be inside of that fence if he did not want to. There is absolutely nothing keeping him from jumping out of that fence. The reason he stays in is his females can't jump out, and he will not abandon his females. The kangaroos here in the States, we call these exotic animals. But exotic does not mean endangered. It doesn't even mean rare. It just means not from here. In Australia, there are about 60 million kangaroos and wallabies together. They outnumber humans at least 3 to 1 in Australia. All right, guys, let's go inside and see the baby kangaroos now. That zebra standing over there is pregnant. We expect her to have a baby any day or any minute. She bagged up with milk about 2 weeks ago now. And with a horse, that would have meant 48 hours. Oh, wow. With the zebra, I'm learning that I don't know what that means. But we have been able to see the baby visibly kicking around inside her for about 3 months now. So any way you slice it, it should be any day.
What is their
A year.
really? Wow.
Same as a horse.
Gravel looks good.
You think she was
You can keep that on if you're still doing babies.
Yeah. That was Fallon's idea, and glad
she
it
was
made it
pregnant
happen.
by another zebra?
Yeah. We know.
Okay.
And we bought her already pregnant. That's the reason she can't be out in the field with the male zebra daddy, so he may not behave appropriately with the baby. All right, guys, these are our baby kangaroos. We're going to come out and hop around with you. And I don't have near enough time to give you guys the full baby kangaroo experience. If you are doing baby kangaroo bottle feeding, that's about another half hour of information specific to baby kangaroos. There is a lot to it. There is no other animal like a kangaroo when it comes to reproduction, gestation, all of that. But the very brief of it is that a kangaroo has 2 uteruses, and after its first baby, it will literally be pregnant every day of the rest of its life. Well, I can talk fast and give you guys a brief on it. Say what?
Do you need a female or female more than
No, same rate.
same rate?
Yeah, 50-50. But males are extra. All right, I'll try to talk fast and see how much of the baby kangaroo experience I can get through here. When a baby kangaroo is born, it is the size of a jelly bean. It weighs 2 grams. Curls up to its mother's pouch and latches onto a teat. When it does that, it looks like this. This is a picture of one of our females on a day that a baby came up to go into the pouch. And 2 grams, size of a jelly bean. Latches onto mama's teat, doesn't let go either once for a minimum of 70 up to 90 days. As long as the baby remains latched on, mom makes something more similar to colostrum in the milk. When the baby starts to nurse and release, it shifts up from making milk to colostrum to making milk. The baby will then continue in the pouch. First time it will stick its face out of the pouch at 6 months of age. First time it will jump out of the pouch at 7 months of age. From 7 to 8 months of age, the baby in the wild can go in and out of the pouch. From 8 to 10 months of age, it's too large to fit in the pouch, but it can put its face in to drink milk. The baby kangaroo, when the female kangaroo continually makes a chemical that is similar to pitocin, which is what you give to a human female to induce labor. A female kangaroo makes it every day of her life after she becomes pregnant the first time, unless she is malnourished or dehydrated. If she is malnourished or dehydrated, she will not produce pitocin because she will not birth a baby that she cannot nourish. A kangaroo is specifically designed to birth as many babies as they can nourish and no more. So, when the baby comes up to the pouch and latches onto the teat, when the baby latches onto the teat, mom is always making pitocin. It makes a second chemical that blocks the pitocin, so it won't normally just birth back to back. The female has 2 uteruses. After she births a baby, if it does not make it to the pouch within 2 days, fire 2, birth from the second uterus. Because if the first baby doesn't start to nurse, it doesn't put the blocker on the pitocin. So it takes 2 days to build up enough pitocin to induce labor. So after 2 days, fire 2, birth from the second uterus. So what happens if the first one does make it to the pouch, right? Because it turns a blocker on the pitocin, it won't birth again. So what happens to the other baby that's ready to be born? What happens is an embryonic diapause, freeze-framed in utero. It will not progress, it will not regress. It will remain exactly the way that it is at 33 days for days, weeks, months, or years until mom is ready to deliver another baby. When the mother is, there are 2 things that make mom ready to deliver again. Number 1, if whatever baby she is currently nursing stops nursing, that takes the blocker off of the pitocin, and 2 days later, birth again. Number 2, if the female becomes overweight, remember I said she is designed to birth as many as she can nourish and no more. If she becomes overweight, that means she has the ability to birth, to nourish more. So she will double up the production of pitocin to bypass the blocker and birth again immediately. But once it has 2, both nursing and the pouch, it doubles the amount of blocker. It cannot possibly bypass the blocker twice, so it cannot possibly have 3 babies in the pouch at once. The kangaroo, the kangaroo is not a good mother. If a female kangaroo has a baby in the pouch and is being pursued by a predator, the baby is large enough to slow her down, she will ditch the baby for bait and take off. If she had a mantra, that mantra would be live to have more at all costs, live to have more. So if the female is malnourished or dehydrated, she will throw her baby away in ditch, live to have more. The kangaroos have a brutal but effective means of surviving drought. If a drought starts, when the females become malnourished, they all throw all of the babies away. But yet, they will still have 2 on deck, in utero. They always have 2 on embryonic diapause. If they've been pregnant for 33 days, they're on pause until it's ready to deliver again. Through the drought, the kangaroos are malnourished or dehydrated. That shuts off the production of pitocin, blocker or no, don't let them do that. So stand up. When a male kangaroo is taller than you, he thinks he should dominate you, just don't lay down on the ground. It teaches him an inappropriate behavior. So the female kangaroos have all thrown the babies away, but they are all pregnant in both uteruses with a baby on diapause not producing pitocin because they're malnourished or dehydrated. The drought in a desert place can last for as much as a couple of years. So they will remain pregnant throughout the whole drought, both uteruses. At the end of a drought in a desert place, it normally ends with extremely heavy rainfall. So everything, even in the desert, turns lush and green right away. When everything turns lush and green right away, the kangaroos all begin to gorge themselves on all the suddenly available lush green food. But they normally don't get it any other time in their life. They're normally eating scrub grass and brush and whatever they can find. So in a few days, they are all renourished, rehydrated. They all give birth to their first baby. Suppose the drought was long. The normal family group is 1 male, 50 females. So we're talking about the 50, not the 1. He's statistically insignificant. So if they went into the drought with 50 and it was long, say only 25 survived. At the end of the drought, they all renourished, rehydrated here immediately. They all give birth to a baby, they're back to 50. Within a very short period of time, they all become overweight because they're gorging themselves on all the suddenly plentiful food. They all give birth to their second baby. So they've now gone 50, 25, 50, 75. If the drought was shorter and the kangaroos did better through the drought, that number might go 50, 40, 80, 120. So you could make the argument that a drought is a very good thing for a kangaroo population because at the end of the drought, they will be stronger by individual because obviously the strong will survive. The weak will not only not survive, but they'll be removed from the gene pool. So at the end of the drought, the strongest kangaroos all give birth twice. So they're not only stronger by individual, but they're larger in number than they went into the drought. So that is why kangaroos are absolutely prolific in Australia, and that is why they outnumber humans at least 3 to 1 between kangaroos and wallabies. These are all red kangaroos. There are also eastern greys, western greys, desert kangaroos, and several kinds of wallabies. But the kangaroo type together, they outnumber humans at least 3 to 1.
Do they have any predators in Australia?
A dingo is their predator, but a dingo is no match for a male kangaroo. So when the babies are weaned at around 10 months, the males are chased away. Those might be taken out, and but beyond that, they're only going to get sicking out. They're never going to take out an adult male kangaroo. It would not happen.
What's the relationship?
That is their primary end, is other adult male kangaroos. When they fight for dominance, one or both are not going to survive. When they're boxing like this, that's actually kind of friendly, like practicing, But if they're in defensive mode, they lean back onto their tail, orient, deliver a blow with both back feet sufficient to break the femur. And if they are actually trying to hurt each other, they grab on like this, leave the tail on the ground and go with both back feet like that, trying to rip each other apart. And it is not at all uncommon for there to be a double end. And so a third party can be the way to be if you're a kangaroo. Wait for the other two to take each other out, and jump in, and ta-da, here I am. Do you guys have any questions about kangaroos I didn't talk about today? Pretty amazing animals, right?
They are.
Well, it's this big, so. They are fertilized for each subsequent pregnancy.
Oh.
Same as anything else that you fertilize. But since they have 2 uteruses and there's 2 days between pregnancies and it's birthing something this big, it's not a traumatic delivery. If they have either uterus open, they are in heat until they don't. So they generally breed back same day, next day. So with a 2-day gap and overlapping pregnancies, they will literally be pregnant every day of the rest of their life, with rare exceptions. I mean, it might not happen within 2 days, but generally speaking, every day of the rest of their life. They just are soft. So the softest animal in the world is actually a chinchilla. They make these guys seem like sandpaper. And the reason why a chinchilla is so soft, when we display those in the wintertime, not in summer, it's too hot for them. Where a human has 1 hair follicle, you have 1 hair if you're lucky. And the chinchilla, though, where it has 1 hair follicle, lasts 50 to 70 years. And so that is why a chinchilla is literally the softest animal on earth. And when I'm displaying those on a farm tour and I say, this is the softest animal on earth, people consistently, when they reach out and touch it, go, because you just can't get your head around how soft a chinchilla is. That's big, yeah.
And they're probably water repellent.
Probably. The chinchilla lives at Kevin's house right now.
It's not
He
that
keeps
the,
his house a whole lot cooler than I do. I have sloths that live in my house, so it's 80 in my house.
it's not that they're water repellent, but actually if they get in water, it'll actually damage them for their health.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's the
they
reason.
don't get wet.
Yep, because they're high on the banks of usually like volcanoes. And it's that very, very fine bed. Because I was like, what is this special bed? And I was like, it should be pumice, and it is. The main ingredient is pumice. And it's pretty hilarious. She gets in there and just goes,
Power
So
company
bad.
loves her, right? I guess I shouldn't talk. Mine's 80 even in wintertime. For the sloths and the for the sloths and the monkey. Oh, we do both like a cot. All right, guys, let's put these kangaroos away.